It's Saturday morning here in leafy East London. On a Saturday morning, I always go for a walk, and this morning it was so glorious. I thought I would just quickly share it with you before I talk to you about the Liberty prints. This is lovely Epping Forest, and this is my regular morning walk. A bit frosty this morning, but absolutely beautiful. So that's my start to the day. Anyway, let's get to the Liberty prints. Hi, I'm back in the studio after my restorative morning walk. Today is all about my Liberty print stash. I'm going to talk you through some of the prints that I have, and I am also going to show you 6 pieces that I'm going to make out of 6 of my favourite prints. Okay, so let's begin. This first print is called Poppy and Daisy and has actually been in the Liberty archive since 1910. It's a Liberty Tonalorn classic, and they have it in many colourways, and they've also done, I believe, Poppy Forest, which I think is a smaller version, and I think they've also done, I'm right in thinking they've also done a home furnishings version. I know that in my Jemima London shop, where I sell Liberty print accessories and haberdashery, this is extremely popular. Everybody loves it. I mean, it's, you know, originally from 1910. However, I think it's got a slightly retro vibe, almost quite 70s. I think it depends on the coloration that they use as well. But that's Poppy and Daisy. These are in no particular order, by the way. Capel. This is a Tonalorn classic. This is a quite an unusual colourway. It's like a deep fuchsia, almost red, with a sandy colour flower motif on it. And it's, I believe, I need to look at my notes. I'm sorry, my memory's not as good as it was. It's inspired by a 1930s floral, but it was first printed in 1978, and it has been a classic since 1993. I'm sure a lot of you know this, but Tonalorn classics have been a thing since about 1979, and I think it's a way for Liberty to showcase the best and the most glorious of their Liberty Tonalorn prints, and they do add new ones in, obviously, from time to time. This is pretty recent. This is, can you see, a variation around Betsy, but they've simplified it. So they've just got that pink ground, the white flower, and then the linear markings to define the flowers and the petals, and the little buds that you can see. I just think this is so pretty. I'm going to save that for something for the high summer. That's just a glorious print. Betsy, the original Betsy was created in 1933, so it's a proper 1930s floral, and original Betsy has been a classic since 1982. The next one is Art Deco inspired design, which reminds me of Ianthe. I'm sure everybody's familiar with Ianthe. Sorry, not Art Deco, I'm wrong. Art Nouveau, excuse me, sorry, I'll leave that in, just, you know, sorry, that's my mistake. I won't edit that out. It's Art Nouveau. Yeah, so inspired by Ianthe, this is Mauverina, with this repeating circular pattern with stems and flower buds. And then the last of these initial ones, this is Felix and Isabelle, which is a stunning paisley. They have it in many colourways. It was apparently inspired by a drawing of a vintage shawl in their archives. I do love a paisley, and this is stunning. Now, the next ones I've had in my stash for a little while, and for whatever reason, I either can't remember or I've never known the name. I'm sorry, my memory is shot at the moment for various reasons. I've had this, well, I didn't buy it that long ago. It's from a recent collection, but can anybody remember the name of this? It's lovely, but I am saving it for later in the year to do something trans-seasonal in like a smock top or a shirt. So that will remain unmade at the moment and will remain in my sash, but it is lovely. It's got teal, a it's like a dark sort of burgundy. It's got brown, it's got ochre, cream, and almost like a gold highlight. Stunning, so have that. This is another paisley. I like the slightly unusual colourway with the pink and the navy and the dark grey and the purple in it as well. Again, I'm going to keep that for the summer, for the high summer. This one I think is called, it's fairly recent, I think this is called Julie Butterfly, I think it is anyway, a conversational print with botanical looking butterflies on it. I actually made a gift for a friend out of this, and I've got quite a lot left over, so I don't think it's something that I would wear in the form of a garment. It's more likely to be an accessory for me. Anyway, still beautiful. Now, does anybody remember, was it last year or the year before, they had a big sale upstairs at Liberty, and I bought this length. I didn't know what it was called then, and I don't know what it's called now, but it's a sort of linear trailing floral on this almost Barbie pink ground. Love it, and I've got about 3 meters. That's a summer dress in the near future, but I haven't quite decided what yet. Anyway, so those are the first few to show you. Then I've chosen 6, and I'm going to make the following items, accessories or clothes in them. So I've loved this print for such a long time. It's called Archive Lilac, and it is apparently inspired by a small section of a design in their archive. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to make this bamboo handled bag, which I will confess is available as a PDF pattern in my pattern pack store on Etsy. There is a link. There are other patterns of this bag available, I'm sure. If you want to use mine, that would be great, but I don't want people to see this as shameless self-promotion, but I just think it would be a lovely bag for the summer. It's fairly easy to make. The only tricky bit is stitching that handle in, and it's got a flat bottom as well, so it's a great sort of beach bag, or you know, everyday tote bag. So bamboo handle bag in Archive Lilac. The second garment that I'm going to make is, or the first garment is a waistcoat in June's Meadow, and it's actually on the stand behind me. So what I've done is I've taken a pattern from a Zara waistcoat that I wear all the time, and it's quite fitted. And you can see the neckline, it's slightly scooped. It'll have 5 mother of pearl buttons down the front. It has darts here, and then it will have plain contrasting back, 100% cotton in a grey. I'm going to line it in the same fabric and then just have ties at the back. So that is number 2. The next print, you will have seen this print if you watched my spring summer 2024 Liberty Print New Collection video a couple of weeks ago, and this is Ikat Anemone, and I am going to make a slightly predictable cami in this, and I think there'll be some left over, so something else will I will make something else later on in the year, I expect, but I think that will be a great one for summer holidays. Again, this length of fabric I also got in the sale at Liberty, and I think it's cotton and silk voile, and it's Thorpe, which is it's such a classic Liberty print, it really is. Thorpe, I looked this up because I didn't know much about it, was inspired by the artist John Hall Thorpe, and this was originally drawn and coloured in 1968. They have many colour variations on this, but I hadn't seen it in this foil. So I'm going to make this really simple unisex long sleeve shirt, probably not with 2 pockets, possibly only with 1, possibly with none. And I think the sort of slightly sort of neutral shape will work well with the the soft cotton voile, and I think that'll be like a real staple, hopefully, in my wardrobe that I'll wear for years to come. Now, a slightly more feminine garment, and this is a blouse as opposed to a shirt, is this beautiful, beautiful wrap shirt that I found. I found this pattern, I think, on Etsy. I'm going to make it in, I think at the moment, I'm going to make it in grey Capel. I do change my mind though when I see other things that inspire me, so that could be subject to change, but I love the exaggerated sleeves and the tie at the waist. I think that'll be a nice going out top for spring summer. So that is number 5. And then last by no means least, I am going to make a backpack, a small backpack, something like this picture that you see up on the screen now. But I can't decide which colourway. I've got loads of colourways of Strawberry Thief. I'm going to show them all to you, and I want you to tell me what you think. So we have the classic navy. I reckon that must be their bestseller. I know that I sell things in this, and it's number 1. It's totally number 1. Another blue, navy blue and royal blue colourway, and it's got highlights of ochre. Blue with a turquoise and red highlight. If you know anything about William Morris, you'll know this already. But he originally designed Strawberry Thief in 1883, and Liberty first introduced it as a furnishing fabric in 1979. And I believe, I don't know when this was designed for Tana Lawn, but it's obviously much smaller in scale and much more appropriate for clothing. This has got a deep plum background and pink highlights. And then these 3 are so pretty. Pink and green, it's just lovely. And then pink, soft pinks. Then a sort of olivey green, which I think is also just lovely. So these are all options for the backpack. Do let me know what you think in the comments. And then this, which is teal. And last by no means least, I like this one, but I don't think I'd have a backpack in it. It's red, and this was always really popular at Christmas for us. But it's beautiful with the bright red and the turquoise. Really lovely. So that's where I finished today. I hope you found that interesting. Please give us some feedback. I'd like to know what your favourite Liberty print is, and if you've made anything in Liberty print recently. Let me know what you think about what I'm doing. And that's it. Please give us a like, a subscribe, comments. We love comments. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.